I mean, I think a major part of it was as we speak right now, let's see, 6 years since I left, the same hosts are in the same positions in Buffalo. And there was no real upward mobility there. Howard had been there a long time. The afternoon guys had been there a long time. And there was no like, they're going to leave and give me that job. So that's part of it. Another part of it is my wife's play by play career was budding. And being in a small market like that, I think it was kind of hard to envision her getting the opportunities that she deserved. And she has since, used her time in Minnesota to become very successful doing play by play. And that was another thought too, was we probably to get the opportunities that we want have to go somewhere else. And I remember having a conversation when I was in Buffalo with an intern, and the intern asked me like, so, how do you kind of get into this? And like, do most people have to move, or is there opportunities here? And I was like, this is a city with only a handful of media outlets. Really, I mean, since The Athletic has been invented, that's three. I mean, and it was only two before. And there weren't people at that time creating their own media companies as I have done here. But, it really looked like I'm just going to have to go somewhere else. The other thing, too, is being a morning show producer is fun. And working with Howard and Jeremy was really fun because those two became like best friends for life in the experiences that we had. And we would hang out outside of work, and we would go to, junior hockey games and go to lunch and do things like that. So I didn't want to leave those guys, but I also didn't want to be a producer forever. I wanted to expand beyond that, to be a talk host myself all the time, as opposed to just the opportunities that I could sort of squeeze in, filling in or doing Bill's pre and post game show. So I wanted more than that, but I also wanted to be a reporter. And so when the opportunity came to write more and to do podcasting and be in a locker room, like I have been able to be with the Minnesota Vikings since then, like that's what I wanted. Like I wanted the same things that I was getting from the American Hockey League, but I wanted to do that all the time. And then, contribute to shows and eventually host shows and stuff like that. But the thing that had always attracted me to this business from really the moment I started getting some inspiration to do it in college was the writing part. And I wanted a bigger platform to write for as opposed to just kind of a contributor to the WGR website and things like that. So when the opportunity came along in Minnesota, it wasn't like some huge pay raise or anything like that. I did not suddenly get wildly rich by becoming a Minnesota Vikings digital reporter for, at the time, it was 1500 ESPN. But I saw it as like closer to what I wanted to do for the rest of my career than being a morning show producer, and an opportunity to go to a place that was just more visible and where I could continue to grow, because I felt like there wasn't really that opportunity to become much more in Buffalo.